Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining today's session on Oracle FCC, Oracle Financial Consolidation and Close Cloud Service, which we often call FCCS. I am Shivam Rathor, and I will be guiding you step by step through this training. Before we begin, let me make a moment to introduce the organization behind this session, BISP Solutions. So, BISP Solutions is a leading consulting and training company specialized in Oracle EPM Cloud, which also provide BI and data analytic solutions over over the years. BISP has helped global clients implement, support, and training their teams on advanced Oracle tools like FCCS, ARCS, and of course TRCS. So their motto is very simple: learn by doing, which means every training is a practical, hands-on, and designed to help you apply the knowledge in real project. So if you are here today, you are in the right place, right? This session is a part of BISP's efforts to share knowledge by professional students and organizations who wants to build their career in Oracle EPM and financial system. Now, before I begin, let let me set the stage. This session is designed for beginners in FCCS. No prior experience with FCCS is needed, and here I will be starting from the basic and gradual moving into gradually moving into the application creation and navigation. So before I start, I would like to define what 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 is what is FCCS, which is Financial Consolidation Cloud Service. So let's get to it. So apps so the Financial Consolidation Cloud Service FCCS has been designed as the best practice cloud based consolidation reports, consolidation reporting solutions. It was designed for simpler, quicker, and easier implementations, addressing both legal, statutory, and management consolidations needs. So you will find it has a lot of out of box out of box functionality. However, over time there has been more levels of customization available in the FCCS. So within FCCS, you have defined and populated dimensions. You will see this particularly in the account dimension, where you have a whole number of seeded dimensions, which can't be changed, but you can change the alias and you can customize at the base level. You have a lot of out of the box calculations based on the seeded members. However, you do have access to the calculation managers, and you do have a whole number of configurable calculations. So relating to the entity structure, we can determine the ownership. So there is a module where we can manage the ownership, which will determine how much of the percentage of an entity rolls up to a parent within within the application itself only. And within FCCS, we can also deal with the intercompany as intercompany eliminate during the consolidation process, and during the consolidation during the consolidation process, currency translations will be applied, and we do have functionality allowing us to apply currency translation overrides. There is a whole number of data forms created um, that we can also build and customize as uh, reports and dashboard. So the components of FCCS, hopefully you'll see some familiar faces. Like if I talk about uh, I mean, these are the familiar this is the basic things which I want to, which I want to to interact with. So this is first of all, first one is the close manager, supplemental data management, which is also known by FDMEE Lite, Smart View Dashboard, migration data and migration, which is totally works on data and metadata reporting, web studio, NetSpace. So these are these some familiar faces here, but one of the key element of FCCS is close manager, and this is a really useful feature within FCCS, which allows you to define a graphical structured calendar of items and tasks that the user can very simply work through. So can be used as a close manager to build list of tasks for end users, for power users, even for all administrators. The task, however, can have workflow associated with them. So using the close managers gives us a visibility on where the pupils are during where the pupils are working during the close process. We also have supplemental data management, and that allows you to create more granular data forms to capture supplemental data, and this supplemental data can be mapped from a detailed level to a summary level within FCCS. So as an administrator, you can build relatively complex data forms, allows end user to simply enter supplemental data and then load it by posting into the system. So this is a data source dimensions which captures supplemental data. You have also got a um, data management which we refer to as after MEE Lite. This is what I'm talking about, FDMEE Lite. This is the data transformation tools that you may currently use with HFME. For example, it is also within the FCCS. It is a transformation tools allowing us to map dimensions from source to target system. In this occurrence, axis has obviously the target that can also use smart view with FCCS. So it allows us to interact with FCCS. Yes, but it's not only only an interface to manipulate and analyze data. We can also manipulate the metadata using the planning extensions. You'll see the course smart view, not just a Excel add-in. It is an Office add-in, so we can use it across Excel, PowerPoint and Word in FCCS. You have a whole number of loaded predefined dashboards, and you can build your own dashboard. You can customize your own dashboard. When you build dashboard, you will notice they are typically based on data forms. We also have migration capabilities for both data and metadata, and this is using lifecycle management, or LCM, if I can say. This allows us to move artifacts sound around from one environment to the another, which means from the application, from the Excel, from the smart view to the application I'm talking about. So this is what I mean by one environment to the another. So it also a very simple way to backing up your application from financial reporting. We have access to the web we have access to web reporting web studio. So, so we can create a standard structured statutory and management reporting, and finally FCCS sits on the top of space. So this is the engine that FCCS sits on the top of when you are updating the metadata. For example, you will need to refresh the database which is updating space. When you are running calculation, you are running time prompts which again can be calculated and populated the space dimension. So now I would like to showcase you about the application. So this is the interface of the application, where at the top you can see like the name of the application. Here in the name of the application, along with the name of the application, you can see the home button, this administration domain, and these three parallel lines shows the navigator default. In the navigator you have different clusters. Under this cluster there are so many this icons, this under this cluster there are this is basically card. Under this cards, where there are so many clusters in it. So this is the task here. So to start, let's take a look around FCCS interface. So this is the FCCS interface, the component that makes FCCS solution. First of all, if I go into it, overview section, this is the overview section. In through the navigation bar, under the application there is a overview section. FCCS sits on the top of space. So there's few queues, but we can see there is a tab of cubes, this one which I'm talking about, and we can consolidation and rate cubes under the cube section. In the linker of the types, we are working in the block storage option. We are working in the BSO curve. We are working basically as space cube, which is console cube. So FCCS sits on the top of space. We look into the dimensions. In the dimension we can look into the accounts and all the other dimensions are sparse. Apart from accounts, all the other dimensions which you can see here: consolidation, currency, data, entity from currency, intercompany, these are these parts. So FCCS sits on the top of the space. So manager FCCS also has close manager or task manager, which we can renamed, like we can go into the task manager. In here, in task manager, where is the task manager? Here in the application, under the application there is a task manager. So as it can rename, so we can also we can go into the task manager. So here we can create templates. With this plus icon we can create multiple templates for our users, and along with the templates we can also create schedules for our user to work with through the area we talk about with the supplemental data management. in supplemental data. So we can see the supplemental data from supplement. Just a minute. So currently we are talking about the task manager. So now we have to dive into the supplemental data. um, the supplemental data can be viewed from this home icon. Mm, if we open the account, just a minute, we can also see it from the navigator option. In the supplemental data, there are a whole number of the data sets. um, these can be these the whole number of the data set which I'm talking about can be columns or rows, which builds up the forms of the supplemental data. Forms, we have got data management, or FDME Lite as we have referred to it. So from the navigator menu we can go to data management. Now I'm gonna open this in the separate window. um, Before you will recognize, once we have got the data load workbench, sorry, I have to allow this pop-up to load this separate window, which I'm going to again open up from the this navigator tools, navigator option. Under the integration there is a data management, which I'm again going to open up. So FDMEE Lite, as we refer to it for the navigator menu. So here so data load workbench, all sorry, this data load workbench, let it get load. Okay, so here in the data load workbench we can see golden fish when we when we load the data. If the task which we have performed is successfully run, then we can see the golden fish over here. And after this, there is a next option which is validate. Here also we can see if the task has successfully run, we can see the golden fish over here. And similarly in the export, so we can also set the point of view, POV. From here we can load our data by import and get validated. Then we can export this into our smart view. Is a common component across all the Oracle product. So smart view is a common component across all Oracle product. If you haven't got the smart view, so you have to install that. Something you'll need to do rather quickly from this option. From if we go into the fresh interface of the application, under this domain or the administration section, you can simply go to the downloads option. Here in the download option, you can see smart view. You'll notice that installed smart view on, or there are some another smart view add-ons, or I can say components, which you have to install, which I also recommend you to install. So smart view is also a component which complements FCCS toolset. In FCCS we have whole number of predefined dashboards complementing the financial dashboard, operating dashboard, compliance overview, and task overview. financial dashboard can also be customized. We also have migration capabilities. In the migration capabilities, we can view it from in the under the tools. There is a migration capabilities. We can migrate we have migration capability this using lifecycle management, where we can move artifacts from, I mean, all around, from one environment to another. uh, Finally, we mentioned on the slide that we can have access to the web studio. Here we can have access to reporting web studio, which we can see it under the reporting section. Reporting web studio, all the financial reports sits under the reporting web studio, under financial reports, and let it load. So currently there is no data under it, and as you can see in the repository, there is summary. We can see name, description, authors, and created on last modified by. I mean, we can see the brief summary about this repository, who has created, what description he has given, who is the author, and similarly the another things. So if I close this, and from this home icon, and under this the parallel lines of the navigator, we can see exploratory repository. This exploratory repository, what it does, it creates creating books and batches. You can see do that in the exploratory repository. So the more, if I talk about in the repository, if I have to talk about the web reporting studio, so the tools for creation standard financial reporting available to run from consolidation reports. And I have used few terms like FCCS, as-base. So basically, as-base provides FCCS with its multi-dimensional database and calculation engines. So this is about the FCCS. And so let's wind up this meeting, this webinar. Thanks for joining. I hope you have got a brief description about what is FCCS, how the application looks like, what are the interfaces under this application. There are so many things which I will cover tomorrow. I will cover about I will give you the walkthrough of the UI interface. Basically, this is how the application interface look like, where we can see the name of the application at the top of it, what in which instance we are working. Like today I'm giving you the demo description about the FCCS, so we can see the application name at the top of this header. And similarly, we can see the home icon, this accessibility settings, this cube which is default here. With the navigation flow, we can see with this default under this we can see the navigation flow. This is the demo admin. Currently I'm working in the demo admin. Here I have shown you where we can download smart view and other smart view add-ons. And this is the cluster of the FCCS icon. And similarly, here with this photo, we can also currently user photo, we can change the user photo with whatever we have to give a photo on it. So this is the name of the authorized person. And here with this announcement, this I'm going to cover. All of these things I'm going to cover in the next session. In the tomorrow session, I'll give you the quick overview about the interface, where I have to cover each and everything about this task, invalid data, consolidation general, and etc. So thank you for joining today's session.